For as long as I can remember, there's that Wednesday fairly early in the year when people get ashes on their foreheads, Ash Wednesday. And in the Christian faith understanding that I was raised in, that day always marked the start of Lent. There's no doubt that having children can be a good challenge to what your faith really means to you as they begin to ask their searching questions. What does Lent mean? Why are those ashes on people's foreheads, and why do we give things up? The list just seems endless and goes on. I realised at one point that the word Lent is a bit upside down in our part of the world because it comes from an old word meaning springtime. But here, in the southern part of the world that we live in, Lent looks to autumn, when some of our environment begins that cycle of losing leaves and seemingly dying. So in Lent, I'm showing my kids some of the plants that lose leaves and prepare for fresh growth, and talking about the cycle of fire in our bush. Naturally, people mostly hear about it when it causes difficulty for nearby houses and communities. But from way back when only Aboriginal people lived here, the bush needed fire to regenerate and flourish. As I made that connection to the ashes of Ash Wednesday for the children, I found that it gave me a meaningful connection for Lent too. That it's a time when my life can be reinvigorated with new grace and energy from God, but that the steps to reinvigoration can feel a little bit like losing leaves or life going to ashes. Doesn't it sometimes take real intensity and consciousness of practice or a new habit in order for it to become natural and alive? Some people know that process repeatedly as they strain through exercise sessions for the vigour that results. I think it's the same in our wider lives. Seeing some highlights of the Winter Olympics has been a good connection for me to begin this Lent. The remarkable grace and power evident in the talents of those athletes has come from so much conscious practice during which no doubt they often felt empty or burnt out. Encouraged by them, I'm seeing this Lent as my conscious practice time, a time to make a conscious space to receive God's next new grace and invigoration for my life and relationships.